of all, I want to say how happy I am for this bright and sunny day. This morning, we inaugurated and blessed a new building that will house most of our prosecutors. So that's a very significant event for the celebration of our anniversary. I'd like to greet all of my beloved officers and officials of the DOJ, my undersecretaries, my assistant secretaries, our special guests from the NBI Chief Geran, of course our special guest from the Department of Public Works and Highways, Engineer Domingo, who supervised technically the construction of our new prosecution building, as well as the private contractors, Engineer Matias, for a very beautiful new building. I want also to congratulate yung mga awardees ng Loyalty Award this morning. I am amazed that you have stayed on for as long as 40 years. And that's really very amazing. And also, yung mga career officials natin who have stayed on. And I expect to be staying on for many more years.
Yes!
DOJ is celebrating its 122nd anniversary. So that is to say it was founded sometime in 1897. Right? So kabababang luksan lang ni Josephine Bracken noon 1897. Alright, so that makes the DOJ one of the oldest departments or agencies of the government. Alam nyo, sa cabinet meetings ay merong protocol na ino-observe. Alright? And may seating arrangement yan na permanent. So, it's according to the seniority, not of the official sitting as cabinet secretary, but in accordance with the seniority of the department concerned. That is why, pag may cabinet meetings, the president will be in the middle of a very long table. Nasa kanyang kanang kamay ang executive secretary for obvious reason. Nasa kanyang kaliwang kamay ang Department of Finance dahil isa yon sa mga unang natayo because of the very nature of the department. At nasa harapan, sa kabilang side ng table, right in front of the President, dalawa kami. Isa, ang Secretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs at ang Secretary of Justice. So talagang face-to-face, pag nagka-cabinet meetings, ang Presidente at ang Secretary of Justice. Right, and probably that's also one reason why pag nagbibiyahe ang Presidente abroad at kasama niya ang Executive Secretary, maybe for that reason, the SOJ acts as the caretaker of the national government. Palakpak naman ito. You know, on paper, the Department of Justice seems to be one of the most powerful agencies or departments of the government. Not only because core ng DOJ ang National Prosecution Service, right, headed by the Prosecutor General. So our prosecutors are spread throughout the country, and they wield a lot of power and influence in determining who will go to court and who will go home happy, all right, after preliminary investigations. And also, the department is the counterpart of the Office of the Attorney General of the United States. So, SOJ, natin dito, is called Attorney General in the US. And it serves as the principal law agency of the government. So, yung mga legal opinions, our agreements with other countries, bilateral in nature, are handled by the legal staff of the Department of Justice. All right, and attached to the Department of Justice are various agencies, no, na talagang masasabi natin wielding a lot of responsibility and power, such as the National Bureau of Investigation. Nasa si Director? Makain na ba? And, alright, okay, yes. And of course, the Bureau of Immigration, alright, which in the US is probably a department by itself, no? Part of the Department of Homeland Security. And so many other agencies like the Board of Pardons and Parole, Public Attorney's Office, etc., etc. So all in all, tayo yung nagpapatakbo sa buong criminal justice system, from investigation to prosecution to correction. Alright, so, but that's on paper. That's on paper. In recent years, many of the constituent or attached agencies of the DOJ have been the beneficiary of certain laws that strengthen them. No? Naging more autonomous itong ating dating attached agencies. Umaga, yung dating control ng Department of Justice over them has been reduced to basically administrative supervision. So that has been good for some of the attached agencies, but quite unfortunately for some, ay yung pagkawala ng ating full control over them ay nagkaroon ng some negative effects. And I don't have to elaborate exactly on what I am driving at. No? During the past month, our department has been in the limelight, if I may say so, because of what happened sa Bureau of Corrections, triggered by something, you know, yung almost release ni Mayor Sanchez, former Mayor Sanchez of Palawan, Laguna. So that started, you know, a whole credible, you know, parang it's something parang a major shock in the system, a major shock that put the Department of Justice as, you know, the agency that exercises supervision over the Bucor in the limelight. So I'm sure that you have followed what happened to our discussion of the GCTA law and the subsequent effort of the Department of Justice to create a new implementing rules and regulations, or IRR, for the GCTA. And many things have happened since then. Many problems were uncovered sa Bureau of Corrections. Now we are in the midst of trying to release certain PDLs or inmates who have been who had surrendered but are not supposed to surrender, and we are supposed to come up with a clean list of those who will be hunted by the law enforcement agencies after that list has been cleaned up. So we are coordinating up to this day with the Bureau of Corrections, no? Yung kanilang record keeping and their lawyers, so that we can come up with a clean list of those na kailangan hanapin pa because they were prematurely released by the Bureau of Corrections. So in any event, I just want to tell you that during the past several weeks, the DOJ as an institution could have been damaged severely, if not ruined, because of what happened. However, because we continued to uphold the rule of law, we continued to follow what is right and what is just, and because you, my co-workers in the department, have rallied behind the leadership of the DOJ has survived this major institutional crisis, and as a matter of fact, came out almost unscathed, and if I may say, even smelling good. Palakpak naman. As one senator put it, the present DOJ enjoys a clean public image. And you will be surprised at the results of what has happened during the past several weeks. For one, bills are now pending in Congress, bringing back a greater amount of control to the DOJ over some of its former constituent or attached agencies. So that is probably a recognition that to some extent ay kailangan ng oversight functions, more active oversight functions on the part of the DOJ. Secondly, during the past budget hearings in both the Senate and in the House of Representatives, some of the senators and the congressmen there na hindi naman natin hinihingan ng additional appropriations ang nagkukusa na siyang mag-offer ng additional funding sa Department of Justice. So kung yun ang pinoproblema ng ibang agencies, paano madadagdagan, paano malalakihan ang kanilang budget, dahil ang tendency ng Kongreso ay magbawas, maglipat, magputol. Sa DOJ, hindi yun ang ating problema. Ang ating problema ay kung saan ilalagay at ilalaan ang additional funds na gustong ibigay sa atin ng Kongreso. Talking about funds, let me just tell you na when you look at your ATM today, baka meron kayong makitang dagdag doon, ano? Mga 1,500,000 each. So it's actually for your clothing allowance. So just a small token that we found it quite opportune to give during the celebration of our anniversary today. So in closing, my dear co-workers at the DOJ, I just want you to rejoice in our newfound strength, in our newfound good image, public image. I'd like to say that the DOJ has been reborn. Mabuhay ang DOJ!
Thank you, Secretary Guevara, for that wonderful message. And with that, we conclude our special program.
Thank you to all who graced this event and to those who made this program possible.
We would like to remind everybody that we still have, after lunch, we still have fun games, and tomorrow we have a palarong bingo and outreach program to be followed in the afternoon with the Interagency Battle of the Bands, audio-video presentation, and the turnover ceremony. Thank you very much and have a nice day. We'd like to invite the officials for their lunch at room 206. The officials and guests. Thank you very much.